Okay, no questions. We move to US. I think this is where the real action is. Personally, this is now my place to look for growth stocks. Why? You look at the kind of potential you can get. This is per year, 3,000% increase. So if you lucky enough, get one into this, $1 become $30. Okay, and there's quite a number of them that has what we call it 10x or close to 10x that means 10 times $1 become $10. Okay, so um okay, by the numbers by the numbers, I think if down here there is a better chance for you to scout for growth stocks. Okay, so again, I'm not putting Singapore down. I think to each its own. Every market have their own pros and cons. Singapore market is actually very good at dividends, and in fact, most of my money in Singapore market, because as I've actually illustrated, 70% of my funds is actually in dividends, and of course, most of them are actually in Singapore. Okay, it's just that numbers don't lie. If you want growth stocks, it seems that the US market has more opportunities. Based on past 1 year, you can find stocks that give you a higher capital gain, and there's definitely more of such stocks compared to Singapore. So this is where my main place to find growth stocks. And obviously for dividends, I don't look at US and China. Okay, I actually split my hunt into two parts. One is, I actually look for those whereby they are already established. Okay, that means they are already profitable. The stocks that pass my six tests, they have reasonable valuation. But of course, if they are already proven, right, then I can only expect probably maybe 50 to 100% growth in 3 to 5 years. That means on average, I'm looking at 10 to 20% per annum type. Okay. So this is one type of growth stocks I'm looking at now. So something that is um, have very have proven track record. Then you have to be fair lah. You don't want to take risks, then obviously you cannot expect more gain. So we're looking at 10-20% per annum type of gain. So there's another group is they are not proven. So they are currently either still in loss or either that very low profit, does not pass my six tests, unreasonable valuation like PE 70, 80 times that type, or either that, don't even have PE because, no profit. Okay. For stocks like this, I expect at least 100% growth in 1 to 3 years. That means I'm making about 30-40% per annum type. But obviously, money put here can also lost one. Okay. Um, this is how I split my hunt for growth stocks. So some is actually, something more stable. But end of the day, investment is about taking risk. Okay. High risk, high return, no risk, no return, these are some of the risks I'm willing to take. So to each his own. Okay. Again, I'm not recommending anything. It's just how I do it. Super high risk. Okay. Now, let's talk about we talk about what we call I call this the established companies. That means here. So look for established company. That means still have potential for gain. So same thing. I have to look at what I call investment team. So no doubt about it. Growth stock, there must be a growth story to push. So when you want to look for growth stock, you have to ask yourself, what is a growth story? What's a growth story? I have been, hitting on this point, keep repeating on this point. So growth stock, growth story. So of course, number one growth story is the technology, and I split it into a few parts. So one is of course the Magnificent Seven. Okay. Anybody don't know what is Magnificent Seven? Or maybe anyone can help me list out what are some of the companies in the Magnificent Seven? Okay, what are some of the companies that are actually listed in what are some of the companies known as? Okay, thank you so much. So basically, thank you, Apple, Tesla, so on and so forth. So basically, there are some of the 7 largest company in tech. Okay, for the US market. So it's actually here Apple, Nvidia, Microsoft, Amazon, Alphabet, which is Google, Facebook, and Tesla. So these are the 7 ones. So they're the largest tech companies listed. So how I actually come here, I use this thing called the FinVis. Again, there are different screener to which is own. I quite like this so far. Okay, I was introduced to this. I use it. I'm quite happy. I didn't really compare FinVis screener. So if you want, you can just go market cap. Okay. Then of course, these are the indicators you can play around with. You can have sector. If you want the fundamental number, you can just click here. Oh, so the seven, Magnificent Seven. So for established companies, right? Okay, then I'll be very strict. Tesla should be in. I think Tesla is in. Okay, anyway, yeah. Um, so I would be very strict. So must pass my 6 tests, then PE less than 20, so on and so forth. So basically, out of the Magnificent Seven, the only one that passed is actually Google lah. The PE is okay. So for US, I'm happy to go below 25. Okay, if you actually want to be very strict below 20, you buy nothing. So you can see that a lot of like Apple 39, Nvidia 49, that kind of thing, 32. So I think 25 is already quite strict already. Okay. So my point here is this: for me to bet on a potential growth stocks from Magnificent Seven, I only dare to go for those P25, and I'm only looking at Google lah. Okay. Meta maybe can consider if they come down, but as it now, I only look at Google lah. So Meta is actually quite close 27, but if they actually go below 25, okay, I think I may also consider Meta. Okay, so this is how I would create my watch list. Okay, so what's my team? Technology, I start at Magnificent Seven. So under technology also have semiconductor. So what I do here is this: I actually use the screener tool to help me sort it out lah. So maybe I just do a live demo, then you can see. I also believe that AI, there's a lot of growth in AI, and you obviously need semiconductor. So like for example, what I can do here is this. Okay, only problem with this website is a lot of ads. You have to keep closing them. So descriptive. I look under technology and industry is semiconductors. Okay. Then I can go to fundamentals. So down here, this screener quite good. I can put in more criteria like PE under 25, as I mentioned. Then we have current ratio over 1. Okay, this is my 6 tests. Hopefully you can remember net profit margin. Uh yeah, I probably need to find a new screener. This one have a lot of ads. Okay, over 5%. Then that equity under 1. Okay, usually under 2 is fine for me, but they only have under 1. They don't have the 2. Okay, so if you so you can see lah. Then this one, these are the one that flag up. So I only focus on those US companies. So that's why Qualcomm, Monolithic, and On is in my watch list, as per what I stated here. Okay, because the rest is actually, these two is actually not a US company. Okay, can okay, so this one is also semiconductor, but somehow they actually split into 2 parts. So they have semiconductor and semiconductor equipment and materials. I will also put in applied materials and non-research. And payment service. Okay, so same thing. I believe in the team payment service. So PayPal, if you actually go through the exercise, you put under financial, you get PayPal. PayPal is actually my watch list. And lastly, it's so same thing like climate change. And I actually put solar into my watch list. So basically, these are these are how I sieve out stocks under this category. That means the established ones. Okay, established ones. I really use the FinVis. go by the criteria. So again, like for example, in the Finviz, I can actually choose this criteria, the equity less than one, which is basically my sixth test, current ratio, PE, net profit margin, so on and so forth. And after that, I go to industry which I believe there's a growth, which I believe there's actually growth. And currently, I believe that there are growth in this area lah. So technology, okay, Magnificent Seven, semiconductor, payment service, and of course solar. So these are my investment team for growth for established. Can I? If you got question, feel free to ask. Okay, feel free to ask any question. Oh yeah, there's actually one question. So blue chip companies, bank, telco in China are giving good dividend yield. Like, should we buy them for dividend investment? Sure. Yeah. I mean, of course, if I think it's actually good to diversify. I think they are actually also giving very steady dividends. I think it actually does make sense. Okay, it actually does make sense. So in fact, I will mention them later. Okay, but thanks for bringing this up, Kim Huat. Kim Huen. Yeah. Okay, now let's look at the other category, high risk one. So down here, I don't look at numbers already. I basically only just look at the growth story. Because you look at numbers, you won't buy anything. They are making losses. They probably fail some of my six tests. Then if you actually want to look at them, you will never buy lah. But these are the ones maybe potentially can hit like 5 times, 7 times, 10 times. So life is very fair, high risk, high return. But of course, these are the one that probably can also make you lose all your money lah. So really, really, this segment, is it suitable for you or not? To each his own. I do intend to participate in this area, but very, very small. So this part is a bit like gambling. There's this a bit of gambling instinct there. Yeah. Okay, so to each his own. Okay. So I'm quite sure now you all know. So ChatGPT is actually a very good friend. Is very useful now to help us do some analysis. Like for example, how I came out with stock ideas. What I did was this. I went to ChatGPT and asked this question. So where are the growing industries in US? Also, by the way, I only use a free version. So for those who are not using ChatGPT yet, please do so. It's actually quite a good tool to help you, come out with solutions very quickly. Okay, so the only interesting thing is every time I give me slightly different thing. Okay, so now this time I ask, it give me a lot of things, a lot of different things. Okay, so this afternoon when I ask, the question is the answer is a little more neater. So they give me these five areas. So technology, renewable, e-commerce, healthcare, and fintech. So from there I actually branch a bit further. Oh, thank you so much. Yes, renewable energy, correct. So Trump don't believe in this. So yeah, so please take note of that. Like for example, the First Solar, this company, like I said, I am actually quite into climate change. I still go into it. Okay. This one, if you buy, probably the holding period will be longer, given like what SK Tan has mentioned. Trump is not a fan of this, but I still believe it's a good company. He's actually doing the right thing. So I'll just buy and hold longer. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So these are the, sort of like areas for me to think further. So under technology, of course, technology is very huge. So personally, I like the areas of robotics and humanoids. Okay, humanoids. So for those so humanoids are basically robots that really behave like human. Very interesting. So somehow these are, basically a lot is my personal interest. So like recently I caught a video that shows that we already have China, but it's more China. They really have a robot that can sort of like carry a old person out, transfer old person from the bed to the chair, and entertain the old person. So something I'm very happy. So I believe that 30 years later when I'm old, I don't need to depend on my child, my kid to take care of me. I probably have robots to come and what I call clean my ass or whatever. Okay, so so this is usually like some of these themes are personal interests, are like climate, personal interests, and so forth. So under technology for this high risk, this area I'm very interested. So what I did was this: I asked what are the companies listed in US in ChatGPT. What are companies listed in US market that focus on robotics? Then these are the companies that pop up. Huh? So, please go and play ChatGPT. If you have not, then they will tell you like what they do, blah, blah, so on and so forth. So I'll just put them in my watch list. Okay. So like I said, no point looking at numbers. Some numbers are really bad. When you want to buy at time, then, okay, then I'll share with you like what I will do that will help me to make the decision if I don't look at numbers. So now I'm just creating sort of like a laundry list. What are the stocks? Maybe I just want to put there first. Okay, so you have TR. This is medical robots. So you have Cognex that do machine vision and robotics. Tesla actually has a Tesla bots. So I actually put Tesla here. Okay, because Tesla, I think it passed my 6 test, but their PE is crazy. It definitely doesn't belong to the reasonable valuation. But Tesla has I do like Elon Musk, to be very frank. Yeah. So it's actually under here, under high risk. Google also have something, Boston Dynamics, and you have Rewalk. So you actually have companies that do body parts that help people with mobility impairments. So hopefully, I just want to share how I get ideas, stock ideas to put inside my watch list. So just a very quick recap. Under technology, I asked myself what are the areas of technology I personally interested in. Personally, I like robotics. So I just key into ChatGPT. So what are the companies doing robotics? And these are the companies that pop up. Then I'll just put inside my watch list first. Okay, never analyze them, just put in my watch list first. The other one that I personally very interested in is health span extension. Okay, what is health span? That means, okay, now no longer lifespan. Health span is how long we can live healthily. So this one personally I'm very interested. So basically, traditionally speaking, yeah, we can live up to 70 plus. So most of us can are 70 plus, still physically healthy, still mentally healthy. Then after that, maybe about 70 plus to 80, then our body functioning starts shutting down, our mental capacity starts shutting down. Then for the last 10, 15 years of our life, it's actually quite miserable. There's a lot of the things we can do is reduce, blah, 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 so on and so forth. Then we're more homebounded. Then some unfortunate ones have to be bedridden, blah, 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 so on and so forth. So health span is basically our lifespan may not increase, but the healthy part, instead of 70, maybe stretch all the way to 80, 90, whatever. Okay. So that is more of health span extension. So I think there are more and more studies going to health span extension. And they probably go into areas like, for example, cancer treatment, cell therapy, gene therapy, organ regeneration, and stem cell treatment. Okay, so same thing. So what I did here is this. I just individually go and key in, like for example, to ChatGPT. Okay, list the companies listed in US that is into that focus on, let's say, cancer treatment. And that is how I get my that is how I actually get my stock ideas. So same thing. I don't bother look at numbers. I just park inside the list first, and this is what I have. Okay. So yeah, this one you have to maybe read a bit like for example, I have to key in cancer treatment, gene therapy, stem cell lah. Okay, somehow this cell treatment and organ regeneration they actually pop up themselves. But these are the codes that I actually key in to churn out the companies. The only thing I did down here to sort of sieve out, actually come out with quite a long laundry list. So what I did to sieve out is current ratio more than 1 and debt equity less than 1.5. So you can also do all this by ChatGPT. Yeah? So just in case you don't know, you can say put the companies in table with PE, market cap, and current ratio. Okay, so ChatGPT will generate everything out for you. So please play with it, please play with it. But again, like I said, I'm using the free version. I understand that maybe DeepSeek can do better, but I already having a lot of fun with ChatGPT. Also, of course, maybe for those who want to share what DeepSeek or other website, feel free to share in our chat what are some other, AI stuff you can help to do all this selection. So, but this is what I do. Okay, I think there are definitely more websites, more AI stuff that can, generate. Okay, so that's my watch list for high risk health span extension. Crypto, I also believe in crypto. So personally, I believe that in my lifetime, of course not in the near future, in my lifetime, I will see the closure of the banks. That's what I believe. Okay, so basically, I think one day, if let's say crypto is the main way of how we transact, you actually don't need banks anymore. And I believe in my lifetime, I will get to witness this. So, of course, not in near future, maybe 30, 40 years later, I don't know. Okay, but long story short, I do believe in crypto. And same thing, you go through the same process. You can tell you what are the US listed companies that actually focus on crypto. These are the companies. Then I just pop down, and that's how I create my watch list. So one thing I want to just demonstrate here is this: a lot is actually based on the team, THEME, the team. How would I actually take action? Is actually a lot depend on the analyst research report. So if let's say, because looking at all these companies, look at numbers, no use one. They will tell you they are making losses, blah, 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 so on and so forth. They don't pass the 6 tests. So no point. So the only thing that can give me courage for me to invest is actually read the research report. So I do use the Finance Yahoo one. Okay. Like for example, Finance Yahoo. Then let's say First Solar. First Solar. Okay, by the way, anyone can suggest what some other AI website that can help to generate stock ideas. Anyone can share? I believe you all spoke about it before. Besides ChatGPT, anybody have been using some other AI website to help generate stock ideas or stock analysis? Perplexity on the phone. Thank you so much, Iris. Okay, I just go to Finance Yahoo, then after you scroll down, then there's a lot of analyst report. So this is how I make a decision if I were to want to decide on a high risk stock to read this analyst and just go in. That's it. Okay, not depending on numbers. Huh? But like I said, this is a very, very small portion of my funds. And yeah, this one is quite close to gambling already. Okay, but that is the nature of growth stock, like high risk, high return. At least I staggered my risk. I got one part of my growth funds is into established companies. One part is actually more for personal interest because I believe in all this team, THEME. That's why I'm willing to do so. So if you actually want to do this, yeah, maybe you should just go for things that you strongly believe in, like climate change or whatever.